A big namaste and a warm welcome to everybody from Gabriel Project Mumbai, India. Thank you, Valerie, and thank you, Jacob, for giving us this opportunity to share our story. I represent the voice of not only our staff and management, but also hopefully and honestly, the voice of the people who we serve in India. I want to pull back a little bit into the pre-COVID time when we started operating on our own in India. As we made assessments of the need in the Kalwa low resource communities and not slums, we understood that we would have to adopt a two-track plan for our work: humanitarian services and development projects to attain our vision. As we started, we realized that women would be a great enabling force in our work and that women would be the key players in our projects and programs in management, staff, and also beneficiaries. I want to pause a little bit to speak about the photos here, which to any city dweller in India is a common sight as you drive out into the countrysides of India. The daily stock of water for a home being drawn from nearby wells, rivers, or mountain springs to keep the family going. Women walking and balancing a heavy load of water, morning and evening, sometimes trudging up and down hill slopes. Strong, unrelenting, committed, and faithful to the need of their families. Rain or sunshine, it is their sheer determination and hard work that we recognize as a force of change, a catalyst for change that we at GPM honor and salute as they represent a high majority of our management and staff in India. At GPM, we very early recognized that the needs for vulnerable children and communities could be addressed through our four verticals of education, nutrition, healthcare, and micro enterprises for community development. We identified our beneficiaries as vulnerable children, women, and communities, and that we would address both sides of the problem: urban low resource areas that had to take in an unending stream of migrants from the rural areas of India looking for work, and then also the other side, which is a typical rural area from where people were migrating to the city in search of work. We created programs in education, healthcare, nutrition, micro enterprises to carry forward our mission goals. Staff and management understood our four verticals of operations and this was about March this year when COVID hit us. We at GPM actually went into lockdown a week earlier than the official government date, and that helped us make arrangements to start work from home and set up all the technical arrangements of Wi-Fi's and laptops for all our staff. It took us about 2 to 3 days to make an assessment of the COVID situation, something totally new to us as an NGO, and to see what we could do to go back to our children, our women, and the communities. We knew we had our internal capacities, our resources, and most importantly, our will to do something. And so we quickly designed two new programs as we hit the ground running on a COVID lockdown mitigation plan. CAMS, cover meaning coronavirus emergency response, and FED, meaning food emergency distribution. As we started, we began to hear stories of heroic efforts of our doctors and nurses and support staff in hospitals, and also the police force on the streets enforcing the lockdown. This was also identified as a beneficiary group, and we at GPM felt that as we had good relationships with the government in all of our programs, we should also address the needs of the hospitals and the police force. In cover, I'd just like to elaborate a little bit. we realized that we had a lot of internal resources that we could use within this program. For example, soap making and mask stitching. With the result, we were able to distribute over 25,000 bars of soap along with a set of posters and banners that explained the effective ways of hand washing. We must also mention a leading corporate in Mumbai, Godrej, who donated over 23,000 soap bars. Our women at the Micro Enterprise Vertical Tribal Threads India were able to stitch over 17,000 cloth masks that were distributed in hospitals, within communities, with other nonprofits, and about 6,000 was donated to the police force of the Palghar district. We also built hand washing stations in 4 of the district hospitals in spite of the lockdown, when it was near impossible to travel, to procure materials, and to get the labor to do this work. Very often, it was our GPM staff in the villages who ventured out to get this work done. In Fed, for our low resource area of Kalwa, and also in the villages of Ashti and Mukhada, we started out with surveys to find out families who were the hardest hit. Families with handicapped persons, widows, orphans. And they were the ones who were chosen, and they were the ones who were given first preference. Through our internal systems, we put a lot of effort to ensure that people got the best quality of food supplies and the right quantity based on the number of people in their families. In Mukhada, we were early movers, and I was told that GPM within a week was able to respond with supplies to thousands of people within the first round. Not to boast or take undue credit, but several NGOs have been working in the area for over 10 or 15 years. But GPM, with only a 6-month presence there in Mukhada, was able to activate its local staff to move trucks in to distribute rations to these villagers. This credit goes to our office team and the local leaders in Mukhada who responded so willingly and so quickly. A special mention must be made of GPM's efforts to supply daily fresh cooked meals to doctors and nurses and the support staff at the Palghar District COVID Hospital for over 4 months. Lunches and dinners were served to all the staff who had come to work at this hospital. This would be approximately over 5,000 meals that were served there. I want to also dwell a little bit upon a situation that happened in Mukhada in a village called Dolara. And here we heard the story of about 50 people, a group of 5 or 6 families who were migrants returning from the city of Mumbai, who walked overnight, trudging 100 long kilometers in the night and coming back to their village. And then they were told that they couldn't come back to their homes and were quarantined in the village school that they had to stay in. And I must say that GPM very quickly on the first day itself was able to supply them not only with rations and food supplies, but also cleaning supplies, toothpaste, all the hygiene products that they needed to make their stay comfortable for the 14-day quarantine period in Dolara. So now as we get out of this lockdown period, while we are still in COVID, we look back to the learning that we can get from our pre-COVID and our COVID response. And there were several things that we learned. One of which is we learned that our staff in India could be dynamic and responsive to the pivot and to the change. We had a little bit of challenges in the early days with, the technical issues of communication and technology and coordination. But we learned that we could be a tight and resilient team for better challenges ahead. The second learning is that we got deeper insights into the challenges that the rural communities face in Mukhada. We learned of the issue of malnutrition in Mukhada. And from this learning, we took back to our office and to our teams and to Gabriel Project Mumbai to design a new program called Bal Balwan Mission, which will address the problem of malnutrition in Mokhada among the children there. Another learning that we had was that we revalidated our original strategy of the four verticals, because we found that the four verticals of education in running the awareness camps and the awareness campaigns, and the other verticals of healthcare, nutrition, and micro enterprises could all be used as an effective and holistic comprehensive solution for development, especially within the rural landscape of Mokhada. And finally, we realized that this reinforces our commitment to power on with our vision project in Mokhada, leveraging the same four verticals but with a deeper focus on larger development goals. For example, our education could become a school for learning for the Adivasi children. Our healthcare could become a hospital. The nutrition could expand into agriculture and the malnutrition problem, and micro enterprises finally giving people economic power and livelihood to raise their standard of living and to ultimately bring about development for the people of Mokhada in Palghar, and also for the state of Maharashtra and India, so that we can bring to reality the vision of Gabriel Project, that is transforming rural India for a better India. So once again, I'd like to reiterate the final vision through these four verticals: the transforming of rural India for a better India. Thank you. Namaste. Jai Hind. Jai Maharashtra.